also using third-party tools as well. So let me get my screen up. Okay, so sharing the business and how to hold open houses, webinars, fire calls, the whole shebang. And the reason why I did this all in like confetti, like celebrating something, is because I really feel like that inviting people to the business and having them sign up as coaches is probably the best feeling in the world to me. Not only are you growing a paycheck and you're making your goals, but you're also now a part of other people making goals. And you're seeing how the business is changing their life, what bills they're paying off, if they're able to quit their job, whatever. And it's an awesome, awesome feeling to be a part of. And I really feel like that's something to be celebrated, no matter, what milestone it is. I feel like that people signing up in the business and every small thing that they do, it should be celebrated. So that's why it's all in like purples and golds and everything. So first off, before we get started, I want to really talk about being confident. I really feel like that people do not add coaches the way that they should, partly because they're not inviting that much. And because they're not inviting that much, it's more than likely because they are scared. They are not confident enough to be inviting people to the business. They don't know what to say. They feel like they're not long enough in their journey, either coach business-wise or physically. They're scared to be a leader. Whatever it is, they lack confidence. And if you know me, if you're on my team, you know that I'm huge with Cara Alwill-Leba's books, The Champagne Diet, Fearless and Fabulous, and Sparkle. And if you really struggle with confidence, I would say get her books. And especially get her mentorship, because it's amazing what she does. It's amazing. And in the Champagne Diet, she talks about holding your head high and having that confidence. And so as you're talking to people, I want you to remember that you got it. People want to join you. They do. They want to be a part of this awesome Beachbody coaching thing. They want to know more about how to get on these free trips. They want to know more about how to have this family atmosphere when they might not even have that around them. So as you're talking to people, I want you to be so excited and so passionate to where they can feel it, even if you're talking to them in a message or a text. You have to be so excited to have them. If they can tell any type of, fear or, whatever, as you're talking to them, they're going to pick up on it and they're not going to want to join you. They're going to say, well, if she's not doing good, if she's not, if she feels like that she can't be successful, if she feels like that she can't get her products paid for, then I know that I can't. And people want to be a part of something bigger. They want to feel confident in the person that they sign up with. And so you're going to have to, even on days where you feel like that you have nothing to give to anyone, you're going to have to slap that smile on your face and start inviting people, and with confidence, with full-blown confidence. So as we go through this, I want you to really, really think about that and think about how you talk to people. And are you excited for them to join you? Or are you scared, and are you letting that show? I can tell you that when I signed up, I was booking it to Emerald rank. I didn't have a lot of people, friends or family, that would sign up. And so I was literally meeting people daily through Facebook. And I had never read the policies and procedures. I still haven't. I didn't know how I was going to be successful. I didn't know how I was going to make my goal, but I knew that I needed to, and I knew that I had to. And in order to do that, I had to be confident in myself and knowing that I was going to go places, and I'm going to take every person with me all the way to the top. So who should you invite to the business? Really, I say just about everyone. If you have a good feeling about someone, I say invite them to the business. challengers, free or paid. You're going to start noticing in your challenge groups where there are other people that talk more. They might answer questions a little bit more. They might have really good results. And those are the people that you're going to want to go after first. They will be your solid coaches because they already know what the products have done for them. Even if it's a free group, even if it's a 5-day Shakeology group or a 12-day group, they know what what Shakeology has done for them. They know how clean eating has really helped them using the 21-day fix clean eating guide, or whatever it is. But if they start out as challengers, they will be your strongest coaches, no doubt. So if you're not running challenge groups, you have to run consistent challenge groups. No more. You have to. Anyone who has a huge following or friends list. That's one thing I kind of look at now, not that it makes or breaks the situation, but if you have someone that has a huge following, you can either go through and find people off their page, or when you talk to them, you can say, look, you've already got a huge following. You get like 300 likes on a selfie. So I'm pretty sure that you would be a huge success with this. Anyone who already posts inspiring things or fitness related things. There's one girl that lives local to me that has a huge following and posts inspiring things every single day. And so I don't know her personally besides the mutual friends that we know. And I was like, okay, seriously, like you post, I am inspired by your stuff. I look at your page. I have you on get notifications to where I see everything that you post because you're so inspiring to me. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? And like everyone, it takes a few exposures for someone to actually jump on. But I planted that seed. And then I started noticing that she started liking and commenting on more of my stuff. And so it's just that initial seed plant, that you want to do. But anyone who already is basically doing what a coach does, go to them. I have a friend that lives here that's a pretty successful coach, and she goes after bloggers. She goes after a very specific type because she likes shopping. She doesn't have kids, and so she'll go after fashion bloggers. And so that's another thing, that you can look at. If there's a blog that you follow, why not build a relationship with them? You already love reading their stuff, so why not invite them to what you do? That would be a huge thing. And don't rule anyone out. Seriously, there are people where I'll go through my news feed and they'll say that they're looking for a job, or that whatever it is, that they're looking for something more. And so I always reach out to them too and say, seriously, have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? Please. Which comes to just ask. Like what I said, if you have that confidence level, if everyone is knocking down your door to join you, which they are, then all you have to do is ask. They're waiting for you to. And if they say no, then who cares? But you've got to take that initial step and say, hey, I seriously love your post. You're so inspiring, and I just didn't know. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? Now, when you're asking people, I want you to keep it something short and simple like that. I don't want you to send a long message saying what you do and that you're looking for people in the area and that, you have to buy this and you have to do this and it's $15 and yada, 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 because no one reads that mess. You want to keep it short, sweet, and you want to have them asking, what do you do? What do you do? You post all the time. You post that you're working out, but what exactly do you do and how do you earn income? I was in Christine Dwyer's boot camp, and if you've been in her boot camp, you know that she at one point will tell you to collect 5 contacts that like face to face. And I'm not good with face to face contacts. If you know me personally, you know that I go to baseball games. I will connect with people, but I will not be the one to hand you a business card. That's just not me. I like to get to know people first, and find them on Facebook and kind of form them through Facebook. That's just kind of how I do it. And so when Christine Dwyer left us with that homework the night before, I literally did not sleep because I was sweating. Like, I was so nervous. I was going to have to collect information and ask someone for their phone number. And so I think I wound up asking her, like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this. It freaks me out so bad. And she said, people put their pants on the same way as you do. So why are you worried? What if they say no? Just go to the next person. They're not any different than you. So go for it and just breathe. So as you're asking people, you're going to need to get your Mary Poppins back. You have to have an arsenal of third-party tools. A YouTube video, which I'll go over really quick. I feel like that if you're a diamond or above, or really if no matter what rank you are, I feel like that you need to have an updated YouTube video. Something short and sweet that tells your story, and then a little bit on how to get started. If you feel like that you absolutely cannot do that, then use your mentor. For me, I have like a 10-minute video that I created like one afternoon, and I give it to my team in order to just share it, a business op video that is very short and sweet. It tells my story right from the heart. I did it like one time, very raw. It's not something, professional. I make it to where they can connect with me, no matter who you are. So, or your mentor, or use Platinum Presenters Biz Op videos. They're also very short and sweet and to the point. Coach Open House, which we'll talk about in a minute. Business webinars, and then fire calls that I got from Lisa Mohaje. I think that they're probably the coolest thing ever. So Coach Open Houses started. Coach Sneak Peeks. What else are they called? What is a Beachbody Coach group? They started like a few months ago. And they really kind of caught on like wildfire. And so a lot of people do them now in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to go over how I do mine, which is where I kind of learned, from another elite coach, how they did theirs. And so we kind of took it and made it our own. But they need to be held the same week of each month for yourself, for advertisement reasons, and then for your team. Because if you're in this group, you're building a team. And so they need to know what to expect every single month from you. So on the third week of the month, then you need to run the Coach Open House. No ifs, ands, or buts. Invite between 10 to 20 people each month. That way you have a good amount of people. Some people will fall off. They won't watch the videos. Some people will say no. Some people will actually sign up. So you want a good amount of people in there. And with it being free, with no obligation, a lot of people will just say, yeah, I'll help you out. Yeah, I'll be a fly on the wall. You want to advertise it a week before on your page, like page, personal page, whatever your preference, and post at least 2 times that week. Nothing spammy. I wouldn't even give the link out. But more about you and what Beachbody has done for you. Speak from your heart completely. Post a picture of, you and your kids, or you working out, whatever. But I want you to truly speak from your heart when you're doing these posts. 2 times a week, or 2 times that week before. Comment below. Fill out this application and I'll add you in. However you want to do that part. It needs to be a closed Facebook group page. Don't do events because then, they won't be able to view it the whole time unless they have to go back and find it. And then they get confused. You get confused. It's just easier with the Facebook group page. So here's a few scripts, and I actually got these from Allison Blaker because we were actually talking about this the other day. So I was like, oh, let me copy and paste this. But here's a couple of scripts that she gives her team. One thing that we use too is we'll say, hey, would you mind being a fly on the wall, and just kind of tell me what you think. And that always kind of helps. They might not say yes. They might not ever sign up as a coach, but once again, it kind of plants that seed. So if you want to snap a picture real quick of this in order for you to use to invite people. Along with your advertising, you want to actually be personally inviting people. That's where the magic happens, is in these personal messages, not on your Facebook posts all the time. So what to post? You want to do 6 videos, really about, I would say 5-10 minutes or less. You need them short, sweet, to the point. They want to watch them and be done for the day. So a welcome video, just kind of explaining what to expect. And then in the comment section, or when you're posting the YouTube video, you can put, post your questions below. Also, side note, I would say close the postings in the group to where only the admin can post, because normal people don't use Facebook the way that we do. Like, Facebook notifications don't bother me at all, but they bother other people. So close the group to where only the admin can post the video, and then people have to comment below the video. So your welcome video, just about expectations, what to expect, and their number one question that they have. More than likely, it will be one of these questions. So don't feel like, that you have to answer everything. You can just say, there will be a video for that on day yada yada. Day 2 will be about time. So a short video on, how did you overcome time? What tools do you have on your team that can help them, with Power Hour, Power 3, all that kind of stuff, on how to utilize their time the right way. Day 3, I don't want to sell. Awesome, because we don't sell. We're about building relationships. So a short video about that. Day 4, do I have to be in shape? Day 5, how to earn. And day 6, the closing. With all of these, these are more than likely the top questions, the top excuses that people give whenever someone is inviting them to the business. So we took all those and made them into short videos. Now, what we did is we took different coaches from the team and they recorded their own video. And that way it's not just one person, always doing the video. They see other people on the team. So that's another kind of good thing to do. Business webinars, it's kind of like an old school multi-level marketing thing, but it's still fun to draw people to a live event, whether it's, online or in person. So what you want to do is you want to advertise the week before, draw up hype constantly, create an events page, and invite everyone to it. Make it public, by the way. Create hype in your team. Do giveaways for your coaches with the most guests. And if you can, do a giveaway to the guests. I know Lisa Posh and Lisa Mohijay, they do 21-day fix kits. They've done refreshes. So it's always something kind of fun, and it draws people in. Depending on how you want to do these, is you can run them weekly, bi-weekly, once a month, whatever, but make sure you stay on a schedule. Like, don't say, okay, I'm going to do a webinar next week. Like, you need to have a set schedule on when you're going to do these. Spotlight coaches' success stories on your team. When we were running them, I would invite diamond coaches to just kind of share a little bit about their story. And then I would take over kind of to the guts of the webinar. But it was always really fun, because then they would invite more people. They like to, of course, have the spotlight on them. It's something kind of fun to do. With Google Air, it's free, and you can invite, we have our whole team on here. So, it's completely free to host a business webinar. You can do screen sharing, all that kind of stuff. Beforehand, you had to use like Instapresenter or something like that, which it costs a little bit, depending on how many people you want to view it. But I would definitely say use Google Air, because it's free. It's very easy to do. And so you're able to grow your business, once again, pinching pennies, which I'm very big on at the very beginning. You want to do about 30 to 40 minutes long. So your story, a little bit about you, success stories, physical, success stories. If you have a guest speaker, whatever, a little bit about the company, it's founded by Carl Daikeler and John Congdon. Dream a little bit. What would you do with your dream life? A little bit about the brands that they're on infomercials. What would you do with, extra $100 a month? What would you do with $500 a month, kind of thing? What to do next? Tell them a little bit about challenge groups, and then a closing. if you didn't know this, but Team Beachbody has a whole biz op presentation with slides that you can custom, design for yourself on teambeachbody.com, I think under news and training. Or it might be under events. I'm not sure. But it's under Team Beachbody. So that's another kind of good way. What I did is I watched about 2 or 3 videos, 2 or 3 webinars. And that way I knew exactly what to say and how it was laid out. So that's another very good way, to get prepared for a business webinar. Platinum Presenters has them all the time as well. Now, another fun thing that Lisa started doing years ago, and it was fun. They're short. People just hop on a phone call, so they don't worry about having to talk or whatever. But it's something very easy to do, no matter where you're at. You get a free conference phone number, like literally Google freeconferencecalling.com. And all you do is you share your story and passion within 15 minutes, which that can be a little hard, especially condensing a story, but you want it to be fast. So share your story a little bit, how to get started, and then have them contact the coach that invited them. Same thing, create an events page, have your team invite people to it, load it up, create that hype, have fun with it, do giveaways, whatever. But they are so effective, and you wouldn't think that they were like this huge thing, but fire calls, every time Lisa hosts a fire call, which is not the way that it used to where it was like once a week, but she'll do them every once in a while, there will be like 5 to 10 coaches that will sign up right after the phone call. It's a huge thing in order to do. So, I mean, it's something very easy for any coach to do. So I would say definitely have that in your back pocket. So thank you guys for hopping on. Make sure that it's the new month, so make sure that you're inviting people to business webinars, to your open houses, whatever. Make sure that you're making Success Club, that you're focused on that. Have fun with On Demand because it just now started. And you guys have a good rest of the night.